Hello friends, and welcome back once again to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Victoria and this is Time and Tenderness. Welcome back everyone. This is part 2 of my food preservation series. Last week I brought you how I made a bunch of pickles, and this week I am making a very small batch of marinara or spaghetti sauce. So this is going to be a very basic tutorial. Once again, I am not a pro at canning or jarring things. I'm just a beginner myself, and I am excited to take you along on this journey. So like I mentioned before, we are going ahead and doing marinara or spaghetti sauce. I have all of my supplies out. I prepped the jars similarly to how I prepped them last week in last week's video. I washed them, I have them drying. All I need to do is sanitize them in boiling water, and then we're going to start the actual sauce. So what we're going to do first is start the actual sauce.
So for this recipe, we are going to need to blanch our tomatoes. What this does is it allows the skin to peel, so we can easily peel the skin off because we don't want the skin in our tomato sauce. So how I do this is with a big pot of boiling water. After making an X on the bottom of the tomatoes with a knife, I put it into a big pot of boiling water until the skin starts to peel, and then I put the tomatoes into a bowl of ice water so that the cooking process stops. Once I've worked through all the tomatoes and blanching them, I go ahead and start to peel the skins off. As you can see, it is very easy to do once you've blanched your tomatoes. Now, after all the skins have been removed, you're going to very carefully with a sharp knife core your tomatoes, and that means getting the tops out and the middle hard part out. You want to do this very carefully as the tomatoes are very slippery and you don't want to cut yourself. Once you've cored all your tomatoes, you can go ahead and dice them up roughly. It doesn't have to be anything fancy, just get them into small cube-sized pieces. Now here's the part where we're actually going to make our sauce. I started with some olive oil, a big heaping spoonful of garlic, as you will see here. I let that saute up a little bit, and then I added the tomatoes. I then also added some green peppers and some onions, and you don't have to chop these very small because in the next step we are going to blend everything together. I did also add salt and pepper, and off screen I added some basil as well. Now, I did go ahead and let this sauce start to cook down for about 30 to 40 minutes. I did add a big glug of white cooking wine. You can use red if you want to. And while it cooked down, I started the process of sanitizing my jars just like I did with the pickles last week. And just like I said before, we're going to take all that tomato sauce and we're going to blend it so it's a nice smooth consistency. Now, one thing that might be strange is adding a little bit of lemon juice to the jars. The acidity is what's going to help preserve the sauce in the long term. I then went ahead and poured the sauce directly into the jars. I ended up using one very large jar, and I had a small jar set to the side that I ended up using for a very small amount of the leftover sauce. Once your jars are filled, you can put your sanitized lids on and process in the boiling water for 40 minutes.
Well guys, thank you so much for following along with me for yet another food preserving video. I was able to make one large can, as you can see here, and one much smaller can as well. So I am very excited. I did take a little bit of a taste before I jarred everything, and it does taste amazingly good. So I hope you enjoy me next time. Ooh, Layla's in the background scratching herself. I hope you enjoy me. I hope you will join me next time as we preserve some carrots. We are going to be flash freezing them in the freezer for some freezer preservation. So don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave me a comment down in the comments down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.